good morning, and welcome to episode 29 of Timberborn Greedy Armageddon. So you joined me here today, and our power generator, our power generator is largely done. It did end up taking it was a 160-day drought, and then the remainder of I think it was a drought as well. Also roughly 150 days from episode 28, I believe it was. And I was right in my assumption, 8 to 10 hours. It did take just about 8.5. So yeah, of leaving the game running on 3 times speed. Now, for the detail-oriented of you, probably noticed that I have just under 8,000 gears, 18,000 logs, 17,000 metal, and 15,000 planks. Now, the reason I still have so much is because I added all of these extra lumber mills and extra smelters over in this area, just because we simply could not keep up with the demand from this, and we're still not even done. Now, so I paused all of these because all of these storages are full, and I want to use this area for farming, or forestry, most likely forestry. I do want to end up moving majority of this as well. I think I want to use this area for farming, and this area here, I want to change all of this to food production, and then move all of this food here up to our storage wall so that we can stop having 47 non-selected goods. But what I really would like to do is start working on preferably this area here today, and then this area as well. And I think what I really want to do is this area first, largely because I know this is going to use all, or if not all, then a good majority of the materials that we still have. So let me just look here in my notes for the plans that I had in this area. Okay, so we're gonna do 2, 3, 4. We're gonna do 13 of the large flywheels. So let's see if we get in here with the horizontal junction. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Now, in this area also, we're gonna do the large horizontal framed flywheel. So this is going to be too wide, so this path is going to have to move. So I'm just going to go ahead and just get rid of this. This is a bridge to nowhere, so that can go as well. I'm going to get rid of this path here, and I know I just disconnected the mine, but what I want to do is change this to just come over this way, and then we'll get the ladder back in here. I'm hoping I didn't just strand all of these beavers that are here either, although I shouldn't have. So let's see, now that's connected, perfect. Alright, so gonna get the game rolling 3 times speed here, largely because I want this to get finished as well. And then this reservoir, I believe this water source is, let's see, into dev mode. We'll scroll down here a little bit. This is, I think it's only 1. Yeah. So we knew this water source wasn't going to fill this reservoir. I mean, they finished this pretty much at the end of the drought that we just had, or the bad tide, I believe it was. So yeah, it's pretty much had the full 12 days to fill this, and we've only really gone up 2.5, give or take. So yeah, the plan was always to have this water source come along here and then go into this reservoir as well. And I did also want to work on a water filtration system for this area as well. So that's another thing that we need to build. I have a couple plans for this that I'm not in love with. So I'm going to actually just remove the path here. Oh, one more thing I do want to mention. I paused all of the foresters. So everything I put here for logs, excuse me, this one as well, and then all of these are paused. Oh, geez. This is another thing that I did. Sorry, this was all, like I said, it was recording for 8.5 hours. So, I filmed episode 28 2 days ago. Pretty much. So, like, the entirety of yesterday, I really just left the game running. So here we are, a day later. So, this is still a mine. But it is no longer connected, and I deleted the mine, so there isn't a mine there. It's just the underground ruins, and then I put the mine back on top, but it's paused. So I did that, and I also went into the developer mode and lowered the terrain under the mine because I couldn't find a way to have all of this in here. If you remember, there was terrain that came up along here, and then there was only 2 spaces on this side, and I just couldn't figure out a way that I liked that looked good. So yeah, this is what I did. I just ended up leveling it with the lower level here so that it looks good in this area, sort of. If you don't look at the 2x5 spaces that don't have cattail roots, it just kind of looks like they've already collected those. So anyways, I think this looks best. Yeah, for now I think it's okay. So, but anyways, yeah, don't hate me. I went into the developer mode and changed some things. But yeah, anyways, so back to where we were, which I don't even remember what I was. Oh, yes. So what I had, my idea for the water filtration system in this area. So I was thinking of doing something like this. Having this all come this way. And then like this. So what this means is it's going to be, since these are 6 long, it's going to be 4 wide. So it's going to be something like this. So then water would be in this area, right? With the impermeable floors. Are they building this? Oh, jeez. Okay, alright. I'm going to delete that path, so they really shouldn't be able to do that. Yeah, okay, so they're just going to bring materials. Okay, wow, lag is on point something. Okay, so anyways, it's going to be like this, and then it would be 3 levels high, I would think it was. So there is 3. And then what I wanted to do was have the water filter pumps come in like this, and then it would drain through the middle. So I'm not in love with this. Are they still building that second one? No, okay, they just started bringing things. Anyways, so yeah, it would look something like this, but all the way around. And then I also thought about just doing it on this half. So I think what I'll end up doing is having it the whole way around and then having the clean water dump out into the middle. But what that does mean is we can't start building this until we build this. So that's going to be a next episode thing. I'm also going to delete all of this, because I'm not sure I want to keep it. So yeah, that will all go. This will all go. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. So we'll see. We'll plan it out in the next episode. But anyways, these now, yeah, have no storage space because we are full of everything. Which brings me to here. This is what we needed to do. So, oh wow, they already built all of those? Okay, all right. So, this is gonna then come up. Ooh, I did build that too far over. Okay, goodbye. So, oh yeah, now they can't collect any of these either. Oh, brother. Okay, so what I wanted to do... oh, they're still collecting it, though? There's the no storage space. Okay, all right. That's what I thought. So you know what? Let's see if we can't wait till morning. And then I want to push all of this rubble over into this area. So I'm just going to wait until morning here. Hopefully very shortly. You know what? I'm actually not going to sit here and wait. We're going to do... this. I want these to be, not that, 4 tall. Oh, that's too close for that. Okay, goodbye. And probably this one too. Yeah. Okay, so there's 4. But now we're in day. So I'm going to pause, come over here and move all of this rubble. And hope that none of it came down here. Doesn't look like it. Oh, yes. Oh, no. That was there. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to move all of this. Awesome. Okay, all of this now. That's a good spot. Okay, so then delete all of these. So the reason I did that was because this needs to connect there so that we can bring power across. Which we wouldn't have been able to do if the flywheels were still in their first location. So these are going to then be here. There we go. And then these are 4 long. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3 tall. Not there. Or there. Perfect. And then we should still have room on the top for a path, but shouldn't have... Oh, we do still have 2 on the top. Okay, alright. Well, maybe we'll put something up here. I don't think so. Because it's only 2. But anyways, it might happen. Right, so let's see. This is where we're going to need to bring our connection up. So that's going to go up there, that's going to go here, and then there. And then on this side is where we'll have the power actually connect to everything. So what I'm going to do here is power is going to come across. And we can also get the game running now. So power is going to come across. I kind of want to delete this now so that they don't get stuck over here. Okay, so we'll do that. Yeah, that works. And that's out of range as well. Okay, that's fine. So, I'm going to bring a path along here. And then all the way down. Maybe just to there. Okay, so then, with this, what I'm going to need to do is bring a vertical power shaft. Actually, not there. It's going to be that one. Okay. And then this is going to come all the way up. Excluding the top one. That is going to be that. Okay. And then we're going to need a path. platform all the way across, with the regular power shafts coming along this way, and then the verticals going up here, and then that one. Perfect. Okay, so then what I'm going to do now is I want to put a ladder here so that you can get all the way to the top, which I think is that. Nope. That. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is run a path all the way along here, so that they're able to walk along this way and then build all of that. So I'm also going to need a way to get up to here. So that's one thing. The next thing we're going to do, get all of these flywheels in here. Oh, of course, that's the wrong spot. There we go. Come on. Thank you. Oh, jeez. No. Awesome. Okay, so that's not actually going to be the top. So what I want to do, just because I love the way these look. I love these so much. These are going to go on top. So we're going to start on this side. And unfortunately we can only fit one row of these, but it's fine. So we'll do this, bring this across, or I guess we could put no, we'll keep it like this. Okay. There we go, get this run across here. And then these, actually the power connection point is 2 up. So we can't fit that one here, I don't think. No. Unless we brought power up from here, but I think that's a bit too much. So what we're gonna do actually is a vertical power shaft here, or I should line this all up then. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, get rid of all those. Luckily those won't go. Okay, and then we're gonna come this way and line this up here. Perfect. Okay, so then that's gonna connect like that. Awesome. Alright, so now these go back in here. That looks good. And then these should all be the yellow theme like this. So. And I think this might be... Oh, I gotta delete all of these because I deleted the 2 windmills. Even though we're not going to collect any of these materials because we are so very full of planks. Let's see, do we even have... Oh no, we have depleted all of what was in the lumber mills. So... Okay, alright, not bad. Same with those and treated planks. Okay. So I want to set all of these to empty, which I think is going to be better done here, unfortunately. Just because if I do it in the menu, it's only going to show me like the distance that they are from the district center, which wouldn't help me because, although I guess it might. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, it's just going to show me the distance from the district center, and then what the this is set to obtain, export, blah blah. And it doesn't say like these specific ones. So I think this is just going to be easier, even though it's a million more clicks. And there we go. Okay, so yeah, I think I said I don't want any of this here, so yeah, we'll get rid of all of that. I do also want to, oh, but I can't really turn this off. So what we're going to do instead is just pause all of these engines, because there's no point in having so much power produced and just wasting the logs. Although I guess the intention was kind of to remove the anyways. Let's see, so I want to get this ladder highest priority. So that they build that first. And I just know that they're going to get stuck here, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, that's all done. Perfect. Okay, so this is another thing that I need to figure out how to work. So let's see if I pause here. This was intended to come this way. So then with a couple levee walls, so we'll just do these for now. What I was intending to do is have, let's see, I think these are going to be, no, doubles, there we go. And then triples come along here so that it just overflows into this area. And then this would be where the filters are. So I think this is what we're going to end up doing. I don't love the way this all looks, but it's fine. So I'm going to get rid of this very carefully. There we go. Okay, back up to 3 times speed. Alright, so... Right, and I do also need to work on the tunnel. So maybe what we do is... Did I still have all of that? Yeah, prioritized. Okay. So, this is definitely going to take all of our resources, which is pretty much exactly what we want it to do. I do also need to give them away up here. So, that I think I'm just going to put maybe in this corner or over here. We'll do it here. And then I will just put a path run along here. And then I'm pretty sure they'll be able to reach this power shaft. They will not, however, be able to reach this power shaft. So I'm going to stick a ladder right in there. A ladder, a staircase. Anyways. Let's see, they're building that one? Yeah, that's fine. I do want them to collect all of that, and preferably that as well. Okay, that works. That should be fine. I do need to get all of this bad water out. So you know what? Yeah, I can't actually do this now. Because then this will pump out a good portion. And we're still in the temperate weather, which is kind of surprising because we're on day 19. So guaranteed 22 days, which is perfect. This, yeah, is somewhat of an issue. This reservoir filling. So yeah, it does flood, unfortunately. I think I mentioned this in a previous episode. There's 4 dams here, and then it goes down to 3 and 2, and down to 2 dams here. So it's the waterfall math that kind of messes all of this up. So yeah, that needs a fix, but that's not not a this episode thing. What is a this episode thing is this ladder. So we're gonna get that built as well. And I think I might actually just prioritize all of that so that I can get rid of this staircase. I'm also now realizing that I need to get rid of this path and put a suspension bridge here so that they're able to reach all of that. Or else that would be a bad idea. It would never get connected. So, anyways. Let's see. This sluice is set... Oops, yeah, so this sluice is set to close above contamination, obviously because we don't want any bad water getting in here. And then also set to close above depth of 0.5. Now, it says 0.5 because I have the sluice recessed in here. So it's seeing 0.5 of basically this level starting on this levee. Which is because there's no dams in this reservoir. So, yeah, if the water overflows, it's just going to overflow everywhere. So yeah, so I have this set to close above 0.5 because then any excess water on top of overflowing here will just fill the reservoir and then go through and make us some power. So, let's see, this should all be connected now. I'll click on this. Yes, perfect. Okay. So this all needs to be removed and reoriented because I don't like this at all. I do want to remove pretty much all of this as well. But I'm going to leave it just until all of these flywheels and everything are put in. So yeah, that should go soon. How do we still not have... We do definitely have log and food storage. Although I guess we could not have... Yeah, we don't have log storage, so that's fine. This looks like it's almost done as well. Yeah, I'm just waiting on 2 logs. Awesome. Okay, so that should happen hopefully quickly. This is also going to be shortly. I do want to prioritize all of these because they put all of the materials in here and then we don't build it. So, anyways, I'm gonna get all of that ladder put in as well. Let's see how much of this is left. Still got a block. We've still got 2 blocks, so that means we've got 3 blocks total of bad water in here because this level is 1 block taller than the floor. So hopefully that should only leave us with about 1 block to evaporate, as well as this level here will need to evaporate. But yeah, we're still going to be doing a little bit of terraforming in this area, which is why you see the little green arrow next to the dirt. That's because I do only have 1 of these dirt excavators running. We used a little bit. I changed this area here, added some more terrain, and then I also connected, let's see if we scroll down here, I connected all of this at the top level, so like there's no more squiggly holes and things in this area. It's all just one flat level. But anyways, wow, this is a really long temperate cycle. Okay, anyways. You know what that just means? It just means we're either going to have a super short drought or bad tide, or it's going to be a super long drought or bad tide. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. Okay, so one thing I do need to do, however, is get rid of this zipline station because that was one other thing I wanted to do in this episode, that area. So I'm just going to let them continue building this, and I'm just going to come over here and demolish majority of this area. So let's see. I want to... You know what? We could probably fit, although I don't really want them walking along this area. Has any of them... Oh yeah, they do have bee stings. Okay, well, they've got bee stings anyways. So what we're going to do is just put in the zipline station here. And then I'm going to straight up delete this one. And I know that's going to strand a bunch of beavers. Yeah. Oh, only one. Wow. Okay. And you're only stranded because... Yeah, they didn't leave you a space. I wish they could walk across these, like, little ropes that are here. I wish they could walk across that, but it's fine. So let's see. This zipline needs to connect to this one, and then you need to be straight up removed. And then you actually need to be prioritized because I want this built. You know what? We're gonna delete this one. There we go. Now we got him back. Okay, so we'll get you collected as well. All right, so unfortunately, all of this is being used. But I want to get rid of it. Let's see. Let's get... So, like I mentioned, majority of this got finished at the end of the last bad tide. And so, unfortunately, with beavers coming through here to finish all of these impermeable floors, which they didn't even technically finish, there's still a platform and an impermeable floor here that they'll end up reaching once the wall gets finished. But anyways, so majority, maybe probably 20 to 25 beavers actually ended up getting injured and contaminated, or not injured, unwell and eventually contaminated. So that's why we're down to 72 antidote. So that means I'm going to unpause the herbalist. I did also, speaking of this, I added this sluice here, and it's set to manual open, just because bad water is going to come up through here and then out here. So then this is going to be full of bad water. I don't want this bad water to flow backwards into this pipe and then prevent this from opening. So I just put this sluice here. It's not the prettiest thing, but it's fine. So yeah, bad water won't go back this way and then down through the pipe. So let's see. This is actually, although I guess it's been 22 days, but it's filled up fairly nicely. So let's see. Are we gonna get? Nope. 23 days. Okay, so we might actually end up with a full 30-day temperate cycle, which is kind of insane. But so, unfortunately, they're using all of this, and I say unfortunate because I'm going to rip it all out. This was only intended to be temporary. So let's see. I want to pause a couple of these refineries because I want to get rid of all of this biofuel so that that can be moved. I do also want to move all of this. That hasn't been useful for a while. So let's see if I check back on my notes here. I do still want to do a couple of things over here, but I don't think we're ready to increase the bot population, which is what was going to be here. So yeah, we'll do with that later. Right, so we're not going to be able to pick up any of these either. Although maybe. I don't know. It's fine. So if I check back with my notes here of how I wanted this area to look. So this is going to be... I need to delete those two. Unfortunate because these are all being used. So you know what we're gonna do actually? I'm just gonna put a temporary bot charging station, mass mass bot charging station here. So we're going to do something like this. Flip these around. Bring these back in here. I'm not going to like the way that that looks. So we're going to do this instead. Okay. So that we get all of these connected here. And then highest priority for those as well. Because we now have very, very few charging stations. It's really only that and then the few that are over here. Because I didn't end up adding any more here when I added all of these. So, this is emptying nicely. I do want to, I want them to pick all of this up, but I don't want to prioritize them because I want all of this to be highest priority. Come on. Build that. I'm going to take a drink of coffee while you're doing that. Perfect, thank you. Okay, yeah, because we are up to 115 bots without energy. And that's just because when they are unemployed, they go and they find things to do. So they end up wandering all around the map. To which, of course, we've only got charging stations in this area, and a very few here. So I know it's kind of my fault for having bots over in this area without charging stations as well, which I know is contributing to that 115 or 140. Wow. But yeah, so there's kind of nothing that I can really do about that right at this moment. I do still intend on having the tunnel run through. I think I'm gonna have it run through the whole map, actually. Carrying power, good water, bad water, and a tubeway. So yeah, that'll happen. I was hoping it would happen in this episode, but it doesn't look like it is. Oh, speaking of tubeways, that's why I was over in this area with this mine. So if I scroll all the way back down here, oh boy. So I have put 2 levels, so you can see this is one level, and then this is another level of tunnels. Now I have those because I want to put in a tube-way station there, and then have the tube-way run along and then connect over here where I intend to have smelters and the other ones that produce the treated plants, wood workshops. So yeah, all of those will be in this area so that they're just a direct connection, which means I can also get rid of all of this. So, I am aware that I need to get rid of all of this, or not get rid of, but reorient this forester, because I want this pipe to bring along this way. So, anyways, that'll happen later. We probably could, although we're 40 minutes into this episode, so probably not going to happen in this episode. What I do, however, want to get done is this episode, and I think is this area, and I think I'm done waiting for this to empty, so I might just, and of course there's a whole bunch of bots running over. Yeah, we're just going to delete it anyways. Okay, so then I'm also going to get rid of this path. And I wanted to get rid of this path as well, because I wanted to replace this with tubeways. So we'll do all of this. And then, of course, I won't delete that, because I know that they're still using that. So let's come over and check over this way. Looks pretty good. They've only done 3, which is fine. I know that they're still doing this as well. But that all is finished, so this go. Okay, alright, we're good. This is hopefully going to get done today. But anyways, yeah, we have now, we're done with horsepower hours, which I think is what this is. We are into horsepower megawatt hours with all of this storage, and we are nowhere close to done with adding flywheels. There, you cannot have too much energy storage. There's no way. I refuse to believe that there is too much energy storage. So, let's see. I want to get rid of this as well, and possibly a couple of these. So you know what? I'm just gonna get rid of all of that and all of that. Okay. So all of those got built. Perfect. I do now. I kind of am at the point where I want to get rid of, or I prioritize all of this. So yeah, just get that done, please. Now let's see. So I have my math with the terrain coming along here. So maybe it's worth adding a couple extra water wheels to this area. So yeah, let's just think about doing that. So we'll do it like that. So that means I'm going to close these three. Wow, we are up to 26 temperate days, so we are guaranteed to have the drought or bad tide warning tomorrow morning. And probably, we'll definitely see how long the drought or bad tide is in this episode. So, let's see, if we, I guess I didn't really have to pause those. I could have just run a suspension bridge. No, it's fine. We'll just do this. Okay. Alright, and then I prioritize all of that. Alright, let's see, what is it? Wait a minute. Why did we not get the warning? Okay. I'm pretty sure I set this up to 30. Shouldn't it be... Oh, it's going to be 28, 29, 30. Okay. Alright. My bad. I can't math. So let's see. This is getting done as well. And what I wanted to do was add in a water wheel here. Oh, I need a third one. Darn it. Okay, so we'll do that. And then get these high prioritized as well. So then we can get that third one, or this one in here. Awesome. I prioritize this guy. Awesome. So that's going to get done soonish. They are picking up all of this. I know that they don't really have storage for it, though. Although they absolutely do. Okay, so I don't know why it says all of that. But, yeah, we definitely have storage. This looks like it's going down, but kind of isn't really. So, that's fine. They did collect all of the gears, though, which is interesting. Maybe I need to unpause some gear workshops. Maybe. We'll see. Probably not. So yeah, this is all getting done. Perfect. So, I wanted to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the wood workshops. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Awesome. And then I'm just gonna pause this one for my sanity. Okay, and then I'm going to delete these two paths here. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is have underground storages line up. There it is. It's a drought. Okay. So it's going to be 5 here. This should fit. Yeah, with an extra space on the end. Okay, so then this is going to come down and come across this way. Where I'm going to put platforms here. Get all of that connected. Okay. Alright, so still working on these, that's fine. And then I wanted to do... Not that. I so then, in this area, let's see, I can't remember. I'm horrible at remembering any of these. All of the things that I wanted to do. Let's see if I can find. There we go. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Smelters here. I think it's really funny that it still says no more storage space. They did, however, pick up all of the biofuel. So let's see, do we still have... Okay, I'm gonna unpause these two. Just to get back up to the levels of where we were. Let's see, I'm gonna pick up all of this and all of that. Looks like this dirt is almost done. So yeah, both of those should probably be done tomorrow. Okay, so in this area, I want to have not storage yet. Wait a second. I wanted to put landscaping. I wanted to have explosives factories here. So this is going to be 3 of them. So now we have an area that we can connect all the power, because this is now disconnected, as well as this one, which means all of that is disconnected from all of that. So, what I want to do here... Not sure. So, I know that this... I'm just going to connect... So, we could do that, or we could have... We could have this be like a bot charging area, so maybe we'll do that instead. Because I was thinking about putting in a centrifuge in this area, but I don't think it's going to work the way we want it to work. Although I could move it forward and over, and then, no. I'm just going to have this be a bot charging area. So we'll do this, which means I can't have that, so this is going to then need to be that way. Okay, so now all of that's connected. We'll see if we can't do something like this then, and then flip these around to do something like that. Okay, and then bring a path along here. So, let's see, that's done perfect, so we'll get rid of this. Then put in another one over here. Get this connected. Collected. And let's see, have we even used? We have. Where's this 210 supply coming from? Oh, these two. Okay, alright, that's fine. I did put that there, I didn't forget. I think it's so funny that it says no space. Whatever. Okay, alright, so we'll get all of this, highest priority, all of these, and I am going to do the last one even though it's paused. And then we're going to need to remember to pause all of these, so that they don't produce anything. Now, we are going to come in here and match. Let's see if I go back to my notes here. We're going to match these with water storages here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. And then get a path run there. Then we're also going to do another 10 water storages. Perfect. Okay, and then not all of these are going to be water, so we'll have to find another place for the water storage that we currently have. Let's see, I did want to move all of this, but I don't think we're ready to do that just yet. I did also need to pause all of these, so this is going to take a little bit of micromanaging. This just needs to be constructed. I wonder why they're not doing that, and they're doing everything else. But it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, they'll finish it in the morning. Whatever. Okay, so then... Yeah, I really hope they do this in the morning so that I can unpause this last wood workshop. Okay, drought started. 170 days. Not actually as long as I was thinking it would be, given the full 30-day temperate cycle, but that's fine. Could you folks please do this? And I didn't pause the explosives factories, which I should because they're just sitting using power. So we'll do that. Another good fall. I do know that we're going to use a large bit of, why are they doing all of the last things first? Okay, they are doing that though. So yeah, I'm gonna pause all of these. Even though we're gonna use quite a bit of extract and dynamite and planks as well. I just want to leave it all paused. I did also forget to connect the windmills, so that's another thing that we're gonna have to do. So probably just going to delete these and then replace it with a upward. Not an upward. Wow, I've been playing this game for too long. Okay, so that's gonna be a vertical, right? Yeah, vertical, and then we'll put the windmill back on top here. And of course, I deleted the path, so now I'm going to have to re-bring it all the way over. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fine. Or, you know what I could just do? Just put platforms in here. Okay. And then a ladder there. Get all of that prioritized. Okay. You and you prioritized as well. There's definitely plank storage. 3,000 of it. Whatever. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, so let's see. I'm back in my notes here. This area here I wanted to fit with water storage. I'm also going to do that so that we can collect all of that little bit of water there. Are you still useful? Okay. Alright then. Oh, this is done, so we can unpause that wood workshop. And you can collect that. Annoying. I wonder why they're doing that. I would actually genuinely want to know. Why? Why? Why does it say that? But, anyways, it's fine. Do they even need this? Oh, well, we'll need it to catch that. Can they really build that? Okay, wait a second. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. Still that. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, and we're back up to just under 100 unemployed bots, which is perfect. It's exactly how I wanted it to be. This is just waiting for a couple other things. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so if we could finish this area, if I could just focus on one thing. Which, of course, is something that I struggle with. Let's see. And of course, I don't have here what I wanted to have. Okay, so this can go. No, it can't. We're still waiting on that. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so what we're going to do for this area, more storage, of course. Of course. Not there. And then, you guessed it, more flywheels. And I think I'm going to have that so that the two front bits are pointed at each other. I think that's going to be best. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do, yeah, something like this. Awesome. So then, we can get rid of this. And this is going to need a 3 tall. So we'll do that. We'll bring this across. And the easiest thing would be to connect this here, but what I think I want to do is fill in this area here, maybe, like this. Of course, once this fluid pump is gone, and have a what are these things called? Two-way station. Two-way station here. So then I will need to have a second row of these. Now, what I'm going to need to do is this. So maybe we won't do dirt. We'll just do these so that the water can still flow through it. I wish I could put it there now, but I can't. Although you will stop being useful very shortly. So, anyways, now you see the idea of having this here. We'll have the two-way come along this way, which is why I deleted this path, and then come down here where the left portion of the fluid pump is, and then connect to the station here. So yeah, that should do it. And you are almost no longer useful. So we'll leave that for now. Let's see, if I come down, if I bring the levels down, I wanted to get rid of most of this terrain here as well, so that we can do a little bit of farming up here. So let's see, tunnel. I think I'm just gonna get rid of all of that. Okay. And then bring a path up here so that we're able to reach all of it. There we go. Okay. And then we'll bring the layers back up here. So this is going to need to be connected here. So what I could do instead of threes, take those out, place these with doubles, so then we'll just bring it across here. We'll set a single here, so that we can bring power along. Let's see, so this is going to have to be a single, so that we can get up here. Although actually, you know what? Let's just make it easy. Oh no, I can't make it easy. I have to make it difficult. We'll do that. We'll do that. So then that. Am I gonna be able to fit this here? Oh, I'm worried now. Wait a second. Wait a second. So that's gonna come across here. this is going to come across there. And this is the part where I'm worried that this isn't going to come. Oh, no, it does. Okay, okay. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I'm going to get all of this high prioritized. And then give them a ladder here. And then I'm just going to draw paths just to be sure so we don't have to babysit this. There we go. And then the ladders need to be prioritized as well. Okay, alright, and then this needs a path. Are you no longer useful? Okay, perfect. Goodbye. Thank you for your service. Okay, then we'll get a third one in here. This is where we're going to do the two-way station. This is going to be a vertical tubeway, and then the regular tubeway here. And then this is going to get run all the way across here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I prioritize this end tubeway here. Largely because I don't want them to run along this way and build all of these that they can reach and then get stuck in here once this one gets built. So I'm just going to do it now, get it built. Let's see, so this is almost done as well. Perfect. Still interesting that it says there's no storage space, even though there's literally 1,800. But anyways, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, so I now also want to bring some platforms in here. And I'm just going to do this all the way down so then we can get all of this just put in, and then we'll delete the platforms that we don't need because we're not going to need... There's a bit that we're not going to need. So let's see. So we'll do something like that. And then I think this is going to end up coming out a little bit more once all of this gets removed. So speaking of getting removed, let's just do that. Oh, I'm going to need to give them a way up here so that they can get rid of all of that. Darn, I was hoping I didn't have to do that. So let's see, if we come down here. This all needs... No. No. This needs... That needs... Right. Yeah, okay. So then what I'm going to do here is give them a way up. Do it like that. So then they can reach the two upper ones. Okay, so I'm actually going to high prioritize all of this. Awesome. Okay. So, oh, this is all done, actually. Okay. Alright. Oh, no, it's not. Can they reach this? Yes. So glad I didn't delete all of that. Okay, so I do, however, just want to delete this portion. And that's all still connected. Awesome. So I wanted to do this. I actually thought of this on the fly, but I wanted to set some other things in here. So things that have, yeah, well-being bonuses. So get that in there. I think that's kind of the only one that can fit in a one by one height here. So metal fences, no. I don't want to do that. Or shrubs, hedges, no. No. Okay, so it looks like it's just going to be braziers. Yeah, so this is gonna somewhat need babysitting. Unfortunately. Although I guess I could just put, let's see, you reach to there, so I could just put it here, where this path is, and then maybe over in this area as well. Can you folks do this, please? I wonder what takes them so long. Oh, they're doing all of this though. But this is just do it. Just construct it. Okay, it's fine. All right, so what else was I gonna put here? I was going to put. You know what? Let's move these back. Just one. And then we can move our path onto this. So we'll do... Actually, no. No, we'll keep it the way it was. We'll keep it the way it was. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Alright. So that's good then. That just needs to get built. This still hasn't been built. That's insane. Insane. Okay. Well, how much of these tunnels do they have to do? Still a fair bit. They haven't even built that ladder. Or any of that. Okay. Alright, well that's gonna take another day or two. So let's see. I don't want to just fill these with storage. Although I do want to have a lot more food storage. So yeah, that'll have to happen later. We can, however, delete all of these. And these. Wait a second. Oh, I messed up. Oh, that shouldn't have been there, because then they can't reach... Oh, they can reach that. Oh, but they can't reach that one. Okay, I thought so. We're just going to just straight up get rid of that. And then move the staircase here. Because I then also want to do those two, so that we don't have this overhanging bit. Which they'll be able to do... So I guess I can actually just delete that one. I was thinking that they would have to walk across this, but that is only the second level, so not really. Those two, yeah, do need this, so that needs to be highest priority. I'm also kind of over prioritizing everything, so what I want to do is lowest priority these things. And these. I don't really care if they do this, because they're not going to be able to get stuck up here, because I have it all raised on platforms, so that's fine. Yeah, and then they're only going to be able to do a couple high of the runs over there, so that's fine. Actually, wait a second. I might need to change the orientation of these dirt blocks here, so I'm going to do it this way. No. Okay, and then bring power back across. There we go. Okay, so they're almost done with this. And they did finish that one. Perfect. All of this really needs to be collected, because if we get bad water in here, then I don't want them to walk in here if there's bad water in here. But I guess that's fine, because we've got 160 days left to finish that. If we come over here, that's all done. They're finished with these 4. I guess those two, really. Awesome, so those will get done eventually. Let's see, did all of... Yes, this all got done. Perfect. So, what I'm going to do in this spot is put in a decoration brazier right here. And then what I think I want to do is put in another one right here, where the path is. So we'll see if we just get rid of all of these. Okay, that's in. All right, we'll get this last brazier in right here. I love the funny glitches that this game has. Like, why are his legs not moving? But anyways, that's fine. Let's see, I can delete this ladder. I should be able to still reach that. Awesome. Okay, I did also realize you need to be connected. There we go. That got finished. Perfect. Okay, is this brazier going to get done today? Hopefully. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and wait for it, though. I do want to get rid of now all of this. I don't think I'm going to wait for them to pick up all of these because I know that they're not going to. So we're just going to straight up delete all of those paths. And then, yeah, this area is still good. So let's see. I think what we're going to do is get rid of these trees and then bring this terrain across here. So that'll happen. Wow, look at all of this that they've done. Okay. Oh, because I deprioritized all of this. I did want this to get done, however. So... Ooh, I need to bring back gear production. Okay, we'll just do these couple here. And then wasn't there another smaller bit? No. Okay, alright, that's fine. We'll just do like half of these. Okay. Alright, wow, look at all of these dead bots. Battery dead. Wow. Okay, alright. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna let the beavers finish building all of this. I'm just going to, well, I mean, I'm gonna let them finish building that. What I meant to say was, I'm not gonna give them time to do it. I'm just gonna start with planning other portions of the things that I still want to do. So, you know what, maybe let's just set this to one less instead. And then I actually want these to be set to like highest possible priority so that that all gets done quickly. I did also forget to turn these back a little bit, so we'll do that. There was an issue the last time I think I turned on all three where it sort of flooded, so maybe we just give this a minute or so to fill back up and then we'll turn on the third one. Yeah, just to get it rolling. Yeah, see, it's kind of going up there. Yeah, so that was definitely where our issue arose. Yeah, see how high it's getting? Okay, so now I think I can open this one. Oh, we are so close to flooding here. Okay, closed, closed. Oh, we're flooding. Oh, no, no, nope, 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 nope. Okay, just start with one. And then we'll do... Has this even gotten all the way out? Yes, okay. So we're not gonna back up. I'm really kind of about to just open this third one and sort of hope for the best. Yeah, we're going down here. So let's see. Let's open that one now that this is kind of going down. Okay, I don't want to wait for that to happen anymore. So, I'm just gonna end this episode here because we're at about an hour and 15 minutes. So on that note, thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you in episode 31.